Stumpers, Stumpers, questions and answers, logic and numbers. Stumpers, Stumpers, who's gonna win tonight? Hello everybody and welcome to Stumpun's Stumpers, one of the top game shows on Twitch in the quiz kit category that's hosted by me. So, doing pretty well. You'll see this week we have a guest, the puppy. You can see my little shadow puppet hand. He's called Walter. Okay? He's going to be adjudicating. Questions are going to pop up on the screen. You pick them. The quicker you pick them, more points you get. The quicker you get them wrong, more points you lose. Simple. Now this is the 4th episode, so why don't we take a little peek at the leaderboard, see where we are at. Oh ho ho! As you can see, Sparky Stee has just been dominating up at first with almost 600,000. Elk Knight coming in not far behind there, almost 500,000, and Fanny Annie, a surprisingly competitive Fanny Annie right there in 3rd. The first question on Stumpun Stumpers episode 4 is here. Check out the dog. In which Lord of the Rings book do Frodo and Samwise pass through Shelob's lair? Is it Return of the King, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Desolation of Smaug, or The Two Towers? I'm going to need to hire someone just to keep the camera on the dog. The answer is, of course, The Two Towers. See, unlike the book, Shelob makes her first appearance in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, rather than The Two Towers. Because if she had appeared in The Two Towers, there would be very little for Frodo and Sam to actually do in the final film, so they moved it. Right, next question. What is the first event in the Decathlon? Is it the 100 metres, the discus throw, 110 metres hurdles, or the pole vault? Now, the male and female decathlons are actually different in format, but they both begin with the same event. Alright, let's see what the correct answer is. And it was, of course, the 100 metres. Right, next question. What is the capital city of Switzerland? Is it Basel, Geneva, Bern, or Zurich? I had no idea that women moo when they have a baby. Isn't nature amazing? And of course, the answer is Bern. Which country has the largest coastline? Is it Canada, Norway, Russia, or Australia? And the answer is, of course, Canada. Australia is actually only the 7th largest coastline, even though it spans the entire country and is something like the 6th largest landmass. This is due to the coastline paradox. It's like a convoluted, wobbly coastline will have a greater length than a relatively smooth one, because it has to measure all of the peaks and troughs. Right, next question and last one in the first general knowledge round. Which monarch did Queen Elizabeth II surpass as Britain's longest reigning monarch? Was it Edward III, Henry III, George III, or Victoria I? As a kid, I found out that the Queen had 2 birthdays. I thought that sounded like really cool, because you get like 2 presents. But then I thought it actually sounded really sad, because like you age twice as fast as all your friends. You won't be able to hang out with them at school. You know, I later found out that isn't how it works, but it really stuck with me. Alrighty, and here we are. Final answer in this round. Queen Victoria. Current runner-up for longest reigning monarch, a measly 63 years. The shortest reigning monarch, I found out, is Lady Jane Grey, with a respectable 9 days before being deposed and convicted of high treason. It's a tough game, being a royal back in the olden days. Alrighty, now, the next round, well actually, come on, just cool your jets, Stumpun. We're going to show scores first. Let's see how everyone's doing after that first round. And as we can see, Donimus is soaring ahead at 25,500. Rutherford, be very careful when I say that. Rutherford is second, with TJ coming 3rd. Alright, next question, next round. Let's go. How do you say I love you in Italian? Is it je t'aime, ti amo, mi amizvan, ti amo? Don't know if I'm pronounced them all right, but there it is. There are a few classic words and phrases that everyone learns when they learn a new language, and I think it's pretty sweet that I love you. It's one of the more common ones. It's quite optimistic. You know, you're visiting a new country and you think, I'll learn I love you just in case. But I always try to learn, I don't understand, I am English. And then whatever the like local version of an apologetic look is. Like, you know, that changes with the country. And the answers are in. It is, of course, ti amo with an I. Ti amo with an E is Spanish. Ti amo with an I is Italiano. I can hear my daughter having a very sad time. She's doing a big cry, whereas he is being the goodest boy. Okay, so my daughter could learn something from him, who's been the goodest boy. Anyway, next question. Loan words are words adopted by the speakers of one language from a different language. Slalom is a loan word from which language? Is it Norwegian, Russian, Polish, or Yiddish? Some classic loan words. Schadenfreude from German. Alter ego, kind of two words from Latin. And menage a trois from, I don't know, Dutch or something. I've never heard of it. Don't know what that is. Shut up. What a bossa nova. It's giving me the vibes. Those Tuesday night Stumpens quiz vibes. You'd be in a nightclub in the future and you'd be like, I'm getting those vibes. I'm getting those Stumpers Tuesday night quiz vibes. And everyone's like, yeah, get the shots in. Anyway, the answers are in. It was, of course, Norwegian. Right, next question. Which continent has the most languages? Is it Africa, Europe, Asia, or South America? There are roughly 6,500 languages spoken in the world today, English being the most used, and Taoshiro probably being the least spoken language with only one known speaker remaining. More people speak Klingon than that poor guy's language. He can only talk to himself. It's like that whale whose voice is too high, like Michael Jackson's. So none of the other whales will talk to him. And he just goes around like in the sea going... All the others are like... And he's like... It's very sad. And the answer is, of course, Asia. Of those 6,500 languages, about 2,301 of them belong to Asia. Africa being a close second with 2,138. The English words cargo, patio, and tornado are derived from which language? Is it English, Portuguese, Italian, or Spanish? This is another example of some loan words, and it is, of course, Spanish. Next question. Which of the following Asian languages uses the Latin Roman alphabet? Is it Japanese, Thai, Korean, or Vietnamese? The answers are in. It is Vietnamese. That is actually the end of round 2, the languages round. Let's show the scores and see who's up top. And it is again Donimus. Crikey Moses. This man has a wealth of knowledge. Sparky Stee is coming in second, but under twice as high. Is that how you say it? Under twice as high? I don't know, but either way, Donimus is kicking some butt. Right, the next round is on marsupials, and it is a picture round. Now, I had to upload these pictures last minute, so I'm hoping I haven't left one open. But let's find out by going over to the picture round. Alrighty then. Now, with these ones, I've got a few true or false questions, so if you want to take part in those, feel free. You just type in chat true or false when I ask them. What marsupial is seen here? Is it the beaver, quokka, capybara, or wombat? And the true or false question, a koala is a marsupial. True or false? Wabbit Wanderer says true. It is true. A koala is a marsupial. And the answer to the main question is wombat. Does anybody know what's interesting about its poop? Anyone? Want to type in chat what's interesting about the wombat's poop? That's right, Rich T. It's cubed. It is cubed poop. Little adorable cubes. The little poopers must be like pasta machines. I wonder if they have a setting for like fusilli and penne poops. Right, okay. Next question. What marsupial is seen here? Is it the numbat, the possum, the opossum, or the quoll? And the true or false is, all marsupials have a pouch to carry their young. True or false? It is actually false. The short-tailed opossum has no pouch or fold at all. But teats, that can retract into its mother's body, like those little Austin Powers fembot things. Oh, pew pew, and then they retract.
Is it cold in here?
Okay, and reveal answers. It is, of course, the opossum, not the possum. Did you know that opossums and marsupials in general cannot transmit rabies because their body temperature is too low? So people get worried about being bitten by an opossum because they hang around bins and they're like, but if you get bit by them, just, you know, chill out. You're not getting rabies. Still not pleasant, but you're not getting rabies from it. Alrighty, what marsupial is seen here? Is it the bettong, the padamelon, the kangaroo, or the wallaby? And true or false, there are only 42 species of marsupials. Wabbit Wanderer says true. Anonymous says false. It is actually false. There are over 330 species of marsupial. And the one pictured here, although it is a little cruel that you can't see his tail on the picture, is in fact the wallaby. Everyone got that right. Not to be confused with the kangaroo, which is a lot bigger, absolutely ripped. Kangaroo, easily take my lunch money, no problem whatsoever. But I could probably have a good go at a wallaby. So that's how I tell them apart. Right, okay, next question. For this friendly guy, what marsupial is seen here? Is it the koala, the Tasmanian devil, the quokka, or the dingo? Marsupials are a type of mammal. True or false? Wabbit Wanderer goes with false. Fanny Annie goes with true. It is true. Marsupials are one of 3 types of mammals, with monotremes and placentals being the other 2. Most mammals are placentals though, like us. Right, and this lovely little guy with the happy little face, and if I just move his picture up, you'll see his happy little baby looking up happily. There's his happy little face. There's his happy little baby. He's like, I got a leaf. And he's like, can I have a leaf, mummy? She's like, yeah, you can have a leaf. Oh, I can't wait to eat the leaf. So, yep, that is, of course, the quokka. One of the happiest seeming animals in the world. They have tiny little smiles. Funnily enough, they are also one of the worst mothers in the world. When they get spooked by a predator, they just yeet their baby out of the pouch, make a run for it. And the crying wee joy distracts the predator, and the quokka lives to smile another day. Ha, oopsie. Ha, guess I'm gonna have to have another baby. That's the quokka. Next question. What marsupial is seen here? Is it the bandicoot? Is it the echidna? Is it the bilby or the quoll? Don't have another true or false, but the shortest known gestation period is from a marsupial, the Virginian opossum, and it's about 12 days long. So if this opossum had a baby in Texas, it wouldn't legally be allowed to get an abortion after 2 days, if you were to do the maths. So they need to be extra careful. Does anybody in chat know the animal with the longest gestation period? Wabbit Wanderer, Fanny Annie, Donimus, Elephant, you are all correct. It is the Indian elephant at 22 months. So they would be allowed to get an abortion in Texas until about 14-15 weeks. So you can do with that information what you will. And the picture is of the bandicoot. The bandicoot. Nobody got this right. It's an actual animal. I don't know why I thought they made it up for the computer game, but there you go. It's very cute. Nocturnal marsupial whose interests are breaking boxes, platforming adventures, and avoiding Indiana Jones style traps. And that is actually the end of the picture round. Let us find out what the scores are after that. And as we can see, Donimus is still running at the top with 94,000. Sparky C seems to have made a leap up though, 70,000, hot on his heels. TJ actually coming in third. Right, okay, next question, geography. What razor-thin country accounts for more than half of the western coastline of South America? Is it Bolivia, Ecuador, Chile, Peru? And let us see what the answer is to this one. It is, of course, Chile. Big, long, thin Chile. Which must be really annoying for the Bolivians, because they don't get any coastline. Chile just landlocks them. It spreads and passes by about 3 different countries. If I was Bolivia, I'd actually be tempted to like swap out a bit of my country for a bit of theirs, just so I could have a day at the beach once in a while. But I'm not in power, so I can't really enact that kind of change. Alright, next question. What is Earth's largest continent? Is it Africa, Asia, Antarctica, or Europe? And while we're here, does anyone know what the smallest continent is? It is Australia. The answer to the actual question is Asia. Asia is not only the largest population, also the largest landmass. And now I need to give a shout out to Just Steve for the incontinent joke, which I overlooked. That's a corker. Riyadh is the capital city of which Arab nation? Is it Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Syria, or Yemen? And the answer is, of course, Saudi Arabia. Right, next question. Which ocean is Bermuda in? Is it the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, or the Southern Ocean? It is the Atlantic Ocean. Next question. What is the second smallest country in the world? Is it Liechtenstein, Malta, Maldives, or Monaco? Does anybody know what the actual smallest? This is the second smallest. What's the actual smallest city? That's right, Vatican City. It's all men too. I'm sure I saw a woman there. Actually, that was Sophie. I went with yeah, that was Sophie. She was the woman. She had to make sure that she wasn't wearing a skirt above her knees. I don't know what it is about men in the Vatican, but they love knees. They can't get enough of knees. If you show your knees, it's like that cartoon thing where the tongue rolls out and the eyes pop out, or wooga woo.
I kind of think that I'm so cute and me.
It's like, oh, knees. Anyway, the answer is, of course, Monaco. Now, that was the last question in this round on geography. The next round is on musical theatre, but let's have a look at the scores first. And we have Donimus, oh my lordy, 140,000. TJ coming in second and Sparky Steve third. Next round, here's what happens. I'm going to play about 5 to 10 seconds of a song. Which musical theatre performance is this song from? Right, what musical theatre performance is this song from?
I know that jazz.
The Cabaret, The Producers, Moulin Rouge, Chicago. Well, the answers are in, and it is, of course, Chicago, as it's pronounced authentically. What musical theatre performance is this song from?
A toast to the groom. To the groom, to the groom, to the groom.
Is it Hamilton, The Book of Mormon, Les Mis, West Side Story? And the answer for this question that you just heard is Hamilton. What musical theatre performance is this song from?
One day more, another day, another destiny.
Is it Les Mis, Phantom of the Opera, Miss Saigon, or The Hunchback of Notre Dame? He speaks like this when he sings. Run, my day. And here we are. It is, of course, Les Miserables. What musical performance is this from?
Memory, turn your face to the moonlight.
Ooh, what could that be? Is it Beauty and the Beast, Cats, Carousel, Jersey Boys? I am not telling you. You have to guess. That's how a quiz works. Stop looking at me expectantly. I'm not telling you the answers, alright? I'll tell you in a moment. Just have to be patient. Like this good boy. See? That good boy. He's a good boy. Right. Reveal answers. It is, of course, cats. Right, next one and last one of this round. What musical theatre performance is this song?
Sing!
Evita, Rent, Phantom of the Opera, or Wicked? Oh, I think he's dreaming. I think he's running in his dream. I bet he's chasing his toy. And the last answer in this round is the Phantom of the Opera. Show scores, and Sparky Steve has now overtaken Donimus. He must be pumping the air with his fists, thrusting his fists into the air in triumph, because Donimus has been a hard one to catch up, but musical theatre seems to be his kryptonite. Next question. According to Greek mythology, who defeated the Minotaur in its labyrinth in Crete? Is it Achilles, Perseus, Hercules, or Theseus? The Minotaur story, classic Greek debauchery. Poseidon gives King Minos a bull to sacrifice. King Minos is like, I ain't sacrificing that bull. That's a good bull. So, you know, he keeps it. Poseidon's not very happy. So, you know, like, if you give money to somebody to pay like an electricity bill and they like use it to buy an iPhone, you're still down the same amount of bull, but not in the same way, you know, you're not happy about it anyway. Poseidon curses his wife to fall in love with the bull. So then she like gets Daedalus to make her a little bull suit, and she clambers on inside and she rustles away into the bull's hutch, or wherever, you know, bulls tend to graze, and pretends to be a bull for a bit, so the bull will, you know, and the bull does, you know, and then it impregnates her, and then she gives birth to a minotaur. And that's how minotaurs are made. Right, and the answers are in. It was Theseus. See, Minos started to use the Minotaur in his labyrinth to chomp up Athenians. Theseus decided that enough was enough. He volunteered to go have a word with the bull boy. He seduced Ariadne, Minos' daughter, killed the Minotaur, left Ariadne stranded on an island like a Chad. Oh, you need a wee, don't you? You do. That's the only reason you get up like this. You need a wee. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And we are going to be right back.
A few moments later.
I think everyone is back, so I will continue with the quiz. Right, everyone, prepare yourself. Next question. If you were having the South American dish, ceviche, what type of food would you be eating? Would it be beef, fish, caviar, or spinach? Alrighty, the answers are in, and it is, of course, fish. The beef one that people are probably thinking of is beef tartare, which is when it's raw beef, sometimes served with a raw egg yolk on top. Haven't had that either. Sure, it's delicious if you got the good quality beef. Next question. In the famous formula E equals mc squared, what does the c represent? Is it the cosine, probability, gravity, or the speed of light? Albert Einstein first married the only female student in his physics class. Then he married his first and second cousin. Now that sounds like he married two people, but he didn't. The person that he married was both his first and second cousin. Like, her maiden name was Einstein. She didn't need to change it, which just makes the paperwork for marriage so much easier, you know? He's kind of a genius. Don't know if anyone said that about him, but he's kind of a genius. Right. It is, of course, the speed of light. E is energy, M is mass, C is based on the Latin word celeritis. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Celeritis. Which means speed. The 1994 movie Speed with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock was originally called Celeritis, but was changed to Speed because that isn't true. I made that up. I just wanted everyone to like me. I'm sorry. That's not true. It was always called Speed. Anyway, next question. A word, phrase, or sequence that reads the same backwards as forwards is known as what? Is it an ambigram, an isogram, an antigram, or an palindrome? Some examples of this type of thing is Hannah, the name, reads forwards and backwards the same. The classic sentence that everyone will know, Mr. Owl ate my metal worm, that's one. And of course the phrase, which I think is taught in every single school around the world, go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog. That's one too. And Madame, I'm Adam. And Taco Cat. Look at this. There's so many. Palindromes. That's right, palindrome. Right, next question. Electromagnetic induction was discovered in 1831 by which British scientist? Was it George Ohm, Nikola Tesla, Michael Faraday, Thomas Edison? And the answer is, of course, Michael Faraday. You can electrify a Faraday cage with a Tesla coil and measure the electrical resistance in ohms. But if Edison is anywhere nearby, you better believe he'll steal your work and then he'll electrocute your cat. That was the last question. We got there, guys. We did it. Let's show the final result and see who's won. Anonymous absolutely smashed that round. 231,705 points. Sparky Stee coming in second with 178,172. And then Rutherford coming back in the game with 109,204. Alrighty, so that is the end of the quiz. Why don't we have a look at the leaderboard to see how it looks now? Could Donimus, with this ridiculous round performance, have clawed his way up close to the #1 spot for the overall leaderboard? Let's find out. Not quite, but he's getting there. Sparky Stee is still ahead at 773,000. Donimus is coming in second now with almost 600,000. Fanny Annie, 555. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm going to say the catchphrase, which I always say, but I'm going to cut out this bit in the video where I introduce the catchphrase because I'm a bit, you know, worried about it. I'm worried it's not cool. Okay, so if it's cool, I want you to tell me in chat if it's cool, okay? If it's not cool, maybe say something else that's nice about me. Like you got nice glasses, or I really like your chin. Alright. This has been Stumpun Stumpers, and you've just been stumped. Play the outro, which is just the intro.